Good morning. Good morning. I know it's been a while. I ain't been live with y'all in so long, but I say we going live this morning. Trying to find something to watch early. Supposed to rain all this week. So have y'all been into what's all the drama that's been going on? I've been all into the Zeus Network, baby. I'll be watching Jocelyn. What else I be watching? Y'all like the twist out? Now I can watch some live TV, baby. I'll be all on Snap and everything. So I'm gonna find something. I think they got Snap on this channel. And then we're gonna get up and make some coffee. Take it home. All right. We got Snap Killer Couple. Let's get into it. Let's make a cup of coffee.
Two women. One was openly gay.
She was madly in love with the religion.
The other, a beautiful newlywed, desperate for excitement.
She was looking for new friends, new experiences.
They began spending time together, going places together.
But when they decide to take their relationship to the next level, sparks not only fly, they ignite deadly passions.
19 stab wounds.
Blood smeared and spattered onto the walls.
The investigation into the crime would lead police into a seductive world of drugs, drag queens, and forbidden love triangles. A path that would leave everyone wondering, was this truly a crime of passion? Or was one half of this couple secretly a criminal seductress who played the other for a fool?
She was screaming and calling her the devil.
I can't imagine the horror of it.
Just did not understand.
Hey, the super loud. Y'all listening?
Teal southern city floating in an endless sea of bluegrass, Lexington is home to the University
All
of
right,
Kentucky.
I'm gonna come back, guys. You know, I go
Thousands of young
outside,
people
smoke a
make their
cigarette,
way each
and
year with
drink my
big
coffee.
dreams for the future. The same was true back in 1984 when a beautiful co-ed named Elizabeth Sender set foot on the UK campus. Elizabeth was a bright, curious child, though by the time she was in high school, Elizabeth was known more for her good looks and striking smile.
Y'all go
than
ahead and
her
watch
boy
the Snap.
She was a very, very attractive girl. Certainly not introverted, strengths in imagination.
She had a very outgoing demeanor. She could have fun anywhere at any time.
By her senior year in high school, Elizabeth had tired of the small town scene in suburban Virginia. So that fall, she enrolled at the University of Kentucky.
She was looking for new friends, new experiences.
One of those new experiences was joining the flag corps for the university's marching band, a group that fit Elizabeth's fun-loving personality like a glove.
The vision that people have of band nerds is not entirely accurate. Those buses were rolling keg parties.
It was on one of these wild band trips that Elizabeth met a handsome upperclassman who would capture her heart, the marching band's drum major, Mike Turpin.
Michael Turpin was tall and extremely good looking and was very popular.
From the moment Mike and Elizabeth laid eyes on each other, sparks flew.
It was lust at first sight. The very first night, there was a get together, a band gathering, and I think romance started blooming right away.
She was a live wire. she got told she was going to liven things up.
And after a whirlwind relationship of just 4 months, Elizabeth and Mike made a surprising announcement.
They started telling people that they were going to get married.
The following August, after Mike's graduation and just 4 months after Elizabeth's 19th birthday, the handsome couple made it official in a lavish ceremony in downtown Lexington. After a honeymoon in Florida, Mike and Elizabeth settled into a posh apartment on Lexington's South Side, and Mike settled into what looked to be a promising career.
He had gotten a good job with a family friend doing accounting for a local business.
By then, Elizabeth had dropped out of college and was eager to play the role of doting new wife to support Mike's career. But it didn't take long for the wild and lively Elizabeth to realize that she wasn't cut out for the role of Susie Homemaker. So with Mike's blessing, she applied for and landed a job selling cars at a local dealership.
She kind of walked in and said, I want to be a salesman, and it turned out to be a pretty darn good one.
As the only female salesperson, Elizabeth once again found herself the object of attention. And with Mike working increasingly long hours at his new job, Elizabeth started hanging out after work with her fellow salesmen.
She met people there who were single and loved parties.
But unlike her band buddies back in college, Elizabeth's hard partying work pals did more than just knock back a few drinks every now and then.
After her first car sale, she went out with 2 male counterparts in sales and partied into the wee hours of the morning using a lot of cocaine.
It was a new and eye-opening experience for the newlywed teen, one that reignited the lust for fun of her early college days.
The married lifestyle kind of interfered with the things that she had at the top of her list of things to do right then, and that was have flexibility and some freedom.
And it was during these coke-fueled nights and showroom days that Elizabeth became acquainted with another wild woman, one who detailed cars in the dealership's back room, and who would ultimately change Elizabeth's life forever, 21-year-old Karen Brown. Karen was raised in Houstonville, Kentucky, a tiny town an hour south of Lexington.
She came from a good family, was a high school basketball player.
However, growing up, Karen had always harbored a secret that she worried would be deemed scandalous in her hometown.
She was a lesbian, and obviously that was the last thing she would have wanted to reveal in a small rural farming community.
It was no surprise that after high school, Karen found herself drawn to the bright lights of Lexington.
Lexington had a long time and well-established gay and lesbian community.
Not too long after moving to Lexington, Karen landed the car detailing job. But her real passion was performing at local gay clubs, in particular, one called The Circus, where she dressed as a man.
There were drag shows that were hosted at this place.
Karen was quite popular in the circus, performing in male drag.
Not only did Karen's drag show earn her iconic status in Lexington's gay and lesbian community, it exposed her to the club's cocaine-fueled nightlife. It wasn't long before Karen found herself playing middleman between her hard-partying pals from the car dealership and the drug dealers that frequented the circus. But there was one co-worker Karen dealt drugs to who she wouldn't accept money from, Elizabeth Turbin. From the moment she laid eyes on Elizabeth, Karen had grown infatuated with the stunning 19-year-old. And in order to get closer to Elizabeth, Karen began offering her drugs for free.
Karen was fine giving it to Elizabeth because Karen wanted Elizabeth for herself.
Of course, Elizabeth knew full well that Karen lusted after her, and she was all too eager to flirt back, especially if it meant scoring free drugs.
Elizabeth picked up an increasingly voracious cocaine habit, and she wanted more and more.
Needless to say, Elizabeth's nights out with Karen quickly became a point of contention between her and Mike, even if he wasn't quite aware of Karen's true feelings toward his wife.
Her husband is wanting her to come home every night, and that's the last thing in the world she wanted to do.
There were several arguments and confrontations over that type of behavior.
It seemed Elizabeth's once hot and steamy romance with Mike had fizzled out no sooner than the couple exchanged I do's. Her relationship with Karen, on the other hand, only continued to grow stronger, fueled both by Karen's sexual longing and Elizabeth's need for excitement.
Elizabeth found her to be very intriguing.
And while it was clear that Karen was infatuated with Elizabeth, some of their friends began to wonder, was Elizabeth falling for Karen too?
Elizabeth was wanting to take the relationship further. Hey, I really like you, I'm attracted to you, let's be in a relationship, but there was still the overhanging thing that she was married to a man.
It was clear that this love triangle was rapidly becoming more dramatic than one of Karen's wild drag shows. The question now was, how far was Karen willing to go to have Elizabeth all to herself? Coming up, Karen makes a move that takes her friendship with Elizabeth to a whole new level.
That was the turning point that there really was a relationship going on.
But is it really the beginning of a budding romance? Or was one of these two women secretly manipulating the other and orchestrating a deadly plot?
He was stabbed 19 times. That takes a lot of passion. It's very personal.
I'm here to compare the Microsoft Surface Pro 7 to the iPad Pro. Surface Pro has built-in kickstand. iPad Pro is just a tablet. Surface is a full computer and a tablet. And now, price.
All right. What I missed?
After just 3 months, Mike and Elizabeth Turpin's marriage
Okay, we
quickly
back.
hit the skids. After landing a job at a car dealership, beautiful 19-year-old Elizabeth began spending less
Oh, my
time
coffee.
keeping the home fires burning, and more time swept up in a seductive world of hard drugs and drag shows with an openly gay coworker,
Let's see what they
Karen
do.
Brown, who had fallen hard for Elizabeth.
Liz kind of flirted with that circle and began going out with Karen to various clubs.
Elizabeth's new friend and her newfound drug habit didn't sit well with husband Mike, in large part because of Karen's obvious affections for his wife. But according to Elizabeth, Mike wasn't exactly husband of the year.
I have heard that he had been abusive at the time. Apparently, he had been threatening her on the phone.
Oh,
home, and
y'all
she
watching?
go.
Little did anyone realize that Elizabeth and Mike Turpin's flailing marriage was about to take an even darker turn. It started on February 3rd at around 6:30 a.m. when Lexington police received a disturbing phone call from an unknown
I like my coffee
location.
super hot. Do y'all? It's like warm now.
Over on the south end of
Y'all didn't let me know how y'all like
According
the
to the caller,
piercings.
the
This gonna
young
be
woman who lived next door
smaller.
was having some
Next
sort
week
of
we're gonna get a
emergency.
smaller
She went
piercing.
to the next
It's swole right now. Had to
They
put
were
it
greeted
back.
by the young woman,
Oh,
who told them she just returned home after a night out with friends, only to find her
let me pour me
husband
some hot coffee and
and
we coming
their
back.
apartment covered
Y'all
in
pay
blood.
attention.
There was obviously signs of violence and struggle and injury.
substantial amount of blood, both on the floor and smeared and spattered onto the walls.
The young woman identified herself as Elizabeth Turpin and the missing man as her husband, Mike. According to Elizabeth, she'd been out the night before with her friend, Karen Brown.
She had been drinking.
In fact, Elizabeth told police that she had so much to drink that she decided rather than drive home, it was safer to spend the night at Karen's.
It wasn't until she went home the next morning that she found the blood at the scene, the signs of violence, and that's when the police were notified.
Y'all see that? Y'all see that?
Investigators asked Elizabeth if she knew anyone who might want to harm
She
her.
knew her and that girl did it.
That's when Elizabeth dropped a bombshell. According to the
Y'all got coffee?
19, her husband's mild-mannered accounting career wasn't his real job.
She was accusing him of being organized crime.
Now she say her husband was a dope dealer. It wasn't her. They ain't do it.
Elizabeth told detectives that Mike had recently confessed to her that he was connected to a shadowy, mob-like organization called The Family, and that he went by the street name of The Shark.
She's talking
Y'all believe
about
her?
her young husband, who's a college graduate, being involved in a supposed organized crime family.
Investigators were skeptical, to say the least.
I've been a cop for 12 years and knew we didn't have an organized crime
Crime.
called the family.
On top of that, investigators couldn't help but notice that Elizabeth seemed more concerned with explaining why she'd spent the night with her pal Karen than with providing additional information about her husband's alleged mob ties.
She over-embellishes why she stayed at her friend's house and didn't come home that night. Elizabeth does give us Karen's name, and we do talk to her perfunctorily.
Talking with detectives,
Okay, they go to the
Karen
girlfriend.
corroborated Elizabeth's story that she'd spent the night at Karen's place after having too much to drink. Investigators asked Karen if she knew anybody that might want to hurt Elizabeth's
I'm turn
husband.
this big light
Like
out.
Elizabeth, Karen cited Mike's supposed ties to organized crime.
She repeats almost verbatim this story about Mike being a drug
And they don't
dealer
believe
with a
it.
street name of Shark.
Can y'all can see me?
For the organized
Let's
crime.
cut the light off. It's
Given
too bright
that
up in
Karen's
here.
statement was identical to Elizabeth's, investigators
And then we're gonna
couldn't
talk
help
about
but
some
wonder
mess.
if
But let's
Mike's
finish this now.
disappearance might in fact be mob related. But before they could answer that question, investigators received a call from a witness about another, more chilling lead.
There's a golf course not too terribly far from where the crime occurred here in Lexington. And there's a pond there.
He had seen something floating in the water.
Uh-oh.
The employees at the golf course pretty quickly realized that it was a body, and they called the police.
It didn't take long to make a positive ID.
The body was very recognizable from the photos that we had of Mike Turpin.
Seeing Mike Turpin floating face down in a lake seemed to add fuel to the theory that his death was mob related, at least until the coroner examined his body and determined his cause of death.
What
Mike
was
had 19 stab wounds.
19. Stabbed him. So they stabbed him and
That
threw
he
him in
was
the.
stabbed 19 times.
But why, I
That
wonder?
takes a lot of passion. It takes a lot of power.
Oh,
a lot of
that was the
anger.
husband that she wanted to be
It's
with that
very
woman.
personal.
If Mike Turpin's murder was personal, then who among his friends and family would want him dead? Detectives decided
Crazy.
to question Mike and Elizabeth's friends and acquaintances, starting with Elizabeth's party pals down at the car dealership.
We did talk to a lot of the people and started finding out little bits and pieces.
In speaking with Elizabeth's co-workers, investigators discovered something shocking. Not only was Karen Brown in love with Elizabeth, her desire to become even closer with her secret crush was quickly becoming a reality.
They had begun spending time together, going places together.
In fact, Elizabeth and Karen spent nearly every night living it up at the circus, the gay club where Karen performed. Investigators decided to interview several of Karen's
Oh, so they go to the
performers at the
club.
circus. In doing so, they discovered that Karen and Elizabeth hadn't only been hanging out at Karen's place prior to Mike's disappearance. They'd also been at the circus. Karen was on stage that night, and Elizabeth was right there cheering her on.
She dedicated her performance to Liz, who was in the audience. And after the performance, the two shared a very
So the
long
people
kiss.
say they was there. So what? Let's go.
To police, this passionate public display of affection was a clear-cut signal that the two women were more than friends.
That was when all of Karen's friends felt that was the turning point that there really was a relationship going on with Elizabeth, and I think it confirmed for Karen that Elizabeth was interested in this romantic relationship.
The revelation of Elizabeth and Karen's lesbian love affair was nothing short of a bombshell, and one that immediately posed the question: did Mike Turpin know about his wife's infidelity? And what was Elizabeth, Karen, or both willing to do to keep their illicit romance a secret?
Did that kill her?
An informant reveals a sinister new detail about Elizabeth and Karen that potentially ties one of the lovers to Mike's murder.
He says she was the brains behind the operation.
But not before a mysterious local man enters the picture.
Let's get on
a
something
man
else.
with
It's getting kind of
shocking
boring.
ties back to the crime.
Because I already
He
know
was
what
dumb
happened.
enough to take off his bloody boxer shorts and put those in the trash can.
What they do? He bloody boxer shorts. They tried to cut his ding-a-ling out. Boy. I tell y'all. Let's go on some YouTube. Did y'all see? Oh, yeah. Did y'all see Portia on Watch What's Happening Live? I'm like, okay. My face, okay. Shiny. I don't want y'all to be saying nothing about me. Y'all ain't feeling natural. I love it. But yeah. Y'all saw Portia on Watch What Happens Live, the little slug she was doing, baby. Yeah, they talk about if she come back, Candy gonna leave, but everybody saying if she come back and Candy gone, don't nobody want Portia. That's what I'm saying. We want Portia and Candy together so we can see the drama. Oh no. Let's get on to the Nicki Minaj and Azalea Banks and all that. Azalea saying people saying that Nicki do drugs, sniff cocaine because she was sniffing on her live. Let's get on her responding to the comments. I forgot about that. Yeah, let's listen to that. We can talk about that too. I'm gonna tell y'all drop my opinions off on it every now and then. You know what I'm saying? Here you go. Let me fast forward all that.
Of the day.
Okay.
So,
Listen.
yeah, so the topic of the day is me sniffling. Yeah, I don't know.
Commercial. Soon as he started getting good, she thinks so. The topic of the day is her sniffling. Now y'all tell me what y'all think. I'm gonna tell you what I think. I don't know. Tay y'all back there doing the house pass by.
I was actually getting ready for like a little shoot. And dope, right? Nothing. So I don't have one makeup yet. This is all filter, and I'm not afraid to say it. It's a filter move, child. Don't. All right. So the topic of the day is me sniffling. First of all, I want to make this so clear to y'all. I ain't never lied about mine. I was the first in the game. That was lying about my motherfucking ass. Okay. Now, if you're smart, you would know. If you're a fan of mine, that what you gotta do if you want to know my of choice or my drug choice.
If y'all want to know her drug of choice,
listen to my music.
Listen to her music. What y'all think? Cause she do be like I remember when her and Megan did that little video. She was kind of very cokish.
And it's cold again because it was just warm because I had the heat on, and I put my
But she sort of go and put her hand up and say.
And I saw people saying that. Can I just say something? I don't know. Hey, I don't know if it's just me, but I wouldn't be embarrassed about anything that I did. That's why I
Okay,
talk about the
maybe.
things I do in my motherfucking music. Always have, always will. If I'm off, I'm off, child. But I want to make this clear. So open everybody's ears, listen to your ears, clean them ears out. I have never, ever in my life put my hand to Jesus Christ. And y'all know how I feel about my Lord and Savior. Never in my life, ever, not even once, snipped.
She
Ever.
do look believable though.
Since I was a kid, I get cold. Like and when I used to wear contacts, that would trigger my allergies.
Y'all here.
I'm always just colder than everyone else. I asked the doctor, was I anemic? He said no, your natural body temperature is just lower than the average person.
Natural doing
So
too
that
much.
means somebody said perks only.
So
Yeah,
she should do
okay, because
Percocets.
I mean, and it ain't how lady left. It hasn't been perks only, but all you gotta do is listen
Look
to
how
my
man back
music,
there,
you
babe.
know, and what I ever motherfucking did. And if I ever said, well, if that was my thing, hola Fernando, ¿qué pasó contigo? Dímelo. Viva Monse. Viva hasta de la renta. If I ever did at any time in my life, I would have been rapping about it. Now, thank you, boo. I always, if anybody that went on tour with me, I'm always like that. Thank you, Frenchie. Anybody that from my hood, like that's just never been my choice. I do take
Look at her man back there in the back while she getting her hair curled like this.
Now
I didn't even notice that till now.
But if I was
you see him out in the mirror.
If I was just blowing my nose, or if I was cold, this is me all day. Runny, sniffy, sniffly, all the time. So, yes, I have put rap in my, like I've said lyrics like keep the snow white, I can buy a bundle. I'm talking about weight. In fact, I've only ever even seen
now this the slug.
And bricks.
She said she only seen coke and bricks. Like bad bitch, I don't even see powder cocaine. I only ever saw it in bricks. Ooh, bad bitch alert.
Who is DJ said? You know, just want to do that. Take time, you know, they just. But, hey.
Now I think she's sniffing a lot right now just to show like.
And all that. Just listen to my music. Hi, Nivea. Hi, baby girl. Hi, baby girl.
Nivea, all them on there.
They woke up, the price up. Yeah, I be talking about cooking breakfast to like weight bricks. But when I talk about what I actually do, I say popping them things to go up and smoking Los Angeles bud. I say shit like that because that's what I'm actually doing. And if I was to, by the way, I know a lot of people that what's up, TV? What's good? You already know. Hi, Jack Queen. By the way, I have a lot of friends or acquaintances in the industry that actually do. I don't judge them for it, but I've never tried it, never wanted to, never asked them to. Especially in the fashion world, that's so common and normal. But yes, again, let me say it for the ones in the back, my hand to God. And see, that's the thing. When people used to lie about me, I never used to clear.
Now this when I was like, okay, hold up, sis. She said people used to lie on me. I ain't never used to say nothing. But now,
I told that lie to people.
You know, let me pause and say this.
I never addressed it.
I'm gonna say this though about her. Let's see. My storage going low, so okay, I'm gonna say this about her. Since she had that baby and got her man and got married and chilled out and backed away for a little bit, she's a little calmer now. You know what I'm saying? Look like a little bit more mature. You know what I'm saying? Let's get back into it.
I never addressed it because I thought it was too ridiculous at the time to address. But something told me I was in a good mood. Hi, Big Sean.
Big Sean on
I
here.
love you so much. Fendi, what's up? Fendi, can you please let these people know I've always been a sniffling? I've never in my life, let me say it again. We can do a lie detector test. We can
Now
do
she
a
doing too
hair
much right
follicle
here.
test.
That's when I start
Get the
saying
hair,
now
my hair is gorgeous.
it's unbelievable.
Get the
When
hair from
somebody
my
go
mother
on and
down all
on,
the way down
who
to
they
my,
trying to make believe themselves?
because that's where it reached my.
Be sure to like, comment,
Oh,
and
I missed the good
subscribe.
part say y'all can take a follicle test from her
It
hair
reached this
room.
good blood clot, wet tight top blood clot thing. Yeah, and I know all my Jamaican fans be like, if you don't stop with that fake accent, all right. Shout out to Southside Jamaica Mother Queen. No, I know it's time. I know you saying it's not working, but yes, I would be willing to take this motherfucking wig motherfucking off and get my long motherfucking strand of hair and test it to see if I've ever in my life sniffed something. Never. So when people lie, the fact that people or a person before, Emma, what's good?
She say a person. Who that person
General
is?
Beezy was good. Lied on me and told y'all that lie, and I never corrected it. I should have. I never used to really correct lies people told on me. I did that for years, and to be honest, is one of the things I regret. I regret not clearing, my name with a lot of stuff. I got this little pimple, but no. I'm scared to sniff something. Well, you know what I have. Hey, Rico Dana was good. You know what I have started sniffing?
Now this the weak
Hi,
part.
Riley. Hi, baby. You know what? Hey, pass me that right there so they can see if they really wanted to know what I be sniffing.
Look what she gonna show. An alcohol bottle, like rubbing alcohol.
Now, to be honest, if y'all don't pass nothing by my face, because if this filter come on.
You look good without it, but right. It's okay.
Hey Heather, this is what if y'all really want to know, I be sniffing alcohol, rubbing alcohol. I ain't gonna lie, I love the smell of it. Since I was pregnant, I started sniffing bleach a little bit when I was pregnant. And please don't think my cheekbones is this dramatic, y'all. This is a filter on my face for y'all that don't know. And if y'all hear my stomach growling, excuse me, I haven't eaten all day. Next thing you know, they're gonna say I'm on a different about my stomach growling. But I like sniffing rubbing alcohol, and I love sniffing bleach. If y'all must, ew, no. A lot of people be trying to bond with me and say they was sniffing gasoline when they was pregnant. No, ew. No. But them cravings when you pregnant, oh my lord. I really had the bottle of cleaning product by my bed so that I could just wake up in the morning and smell the cleaning product real quick. Like, it's crazy. And now,
Thank you for the diamond. And now I can't stop eating fucking ice. But this smells so good. This alcohol. I was gonna sniff it, but I didn't want to put it by my face to move this the filter. So, but now I can't stop eating my ice. It's from my pregnancy food. Um, I can't stop. So that's why my weight, even we were just talking about it, like my weight fluctuates now from that because it'll be like a lot of water weight. I'll have like we'll do a photo shoot. Ew, somebody said gasoline smells better than alcohol. Hell no.
Okay, she doing the most now.
I'll do a photo shoot.
My
And
nose
you know,
kind of
I'll be
hurt.
looking, you know, off.
And it
And then
itches.
by the end of the day, I done ate like 20 cups of ice, and then it'd be a different story. Okay, to how I be looking. But hi, Cynthia. All right, y'all. I just wanted to know. I just wanted to make that very clear.
Okay.
That's
Well, we saw what she said. She don't do coke. She don't give a damn what y'all say. I kind of believe she probably don't do it no more. But I really can't just believe never. Hey, do y'all like I downloaded the new Nicki Beat Me Up Scotty. Fractions, I like fractions. I I like and my DJ. I mean it's a mixtape. It got a bunch of different people. Gucci Mane on there. Slumber Party, that's Gucci Mane. You know what I mean? It's a lot of little songs on there. It's a mixtape. It's alright. It's live. I'm keeping on listening. Maybe I like it better and better. You know what I mean? You know, you gotta do that. Well, I'm getting kind of hungry. I have to see what I'm gonna eat for breakfast this morning. What else can we talk about? I'm gonna talk about one more topic and then I'm gone. Let me find something. We talked about the Porsche already. I'm tired of her. Mm, did you hear about they said T.I. and Tiny had Tiny's assistant sleep with Nelly, made her sleep with Nelly. I don't know how true that is. You know, they coming up with so much T.I. Tiny everything. So it is what it is. And Tammy is super mad at Portia because of what she doing and how she doing. You know, Tammy feel like that's her. Well, my stomach is growling. I'm getting hungry. I want to thank you guys for watching this morning. We're gonna come on a little bit later tonight. And maybe it'll be some old live message stuff we can see, and I'll give y'all my opinion on some things. Thank you guys for watching The Nerve. Y'all like, click, subscribe. Let me tell y'all, cause y'all acting like y'all be forgetting what's up over here. All right. Thank you guys for watching. Come back later on tonight. We gonna have a little bit of some talking we gonna do. Come back, like, click, subscribe. The Nerve.